Hey, everybody. We'll give everybody a moment to load in. Different load speeds can, be like, getting stuck in traffic in Altspace, right? And for those of you who don't know, this robot in the corner, Ravenhall, that's our YouTube channel. So if you want to feel Altspace famous, just turn around and wave, be like, hey, YouTube, how's it going? Yeah, got all kinds of people in here. We got Veronica over here. We got Knox 2020. We got Dusty 813. A lot of people. All right. How many of you, for those of you who never flown in Altspace before, let's get the first group up in the air. You see that blue and white triangle on your lower left? You're going to want to press that. And when you press that, you're going to see your main menu open up in front of you as if by magic. And you're going to see all these tabs on the very bottom, right? One of those tabs, down toward the right, says settings, and it looks like a cogwheel. And if you press that settings cogwheel, you're going to see all these categories on the left-hand side. The third one down is going to say input. When you press on input, you're going to see the top center panel has changed. You're going to have the word fly there. And right next to the word fly, you're going to see this, white circle. And you press on that white circle, it'll toggle to blue. And now you're in flight mode. You're ready to go. Your life's going to be changed forever. All you have to do is press that tab in the lower right. That's the close button. That's the X with the circle around it. It'll close the menu up there, and you'll be able to see again. So if you didn't get that, I'm happy to go over it again. But if you did get it, all you have to do is just move forward and look up. If you're on a two-handed controller, you can squeeze your left trigger button, and you'll be able to move faster. Now you steer with your head, which could be kind of weird. Just like move forward and look up, and you'll head outside here, and you'll see these red rings outside. And you go up through those red rings, and you're going to learn about a type of teleportation that feels like fast flight. We call it zip lining. You'll be able to zip line down toward that yellow X, and then come on over and see me if you have any questions. If you want to get there in style, you can take a Ravenhall Talon hovercraft. The two with the blue lights coming out are teleporters that lead to other worlds and experiences. But the one that's on the end of the runway by that stone wall has an open door in it. And if you go in through that open door, you're going to see a launch button on the console, and that pointer that's coming out of your right hand. If you point at that launch button, you're going to see your pointer spin. And when it spins, if you squeeze your trigger button quickly, a quick squeeze and release, one of these ships will attach to you, and you can fly around. They have spinning turbines and engine noise. They're a lot of fun, but you do have to have flight mode enabled. That said, do anybody have any questions at all? No questions? Okay. Well, that just got awkward really quick. Did anybody miss those instructions? Like when you go over them again? Anybody miss those instructions? Got a hand up, possibly? All right. What you want to do, Panda Lady, is you want to press that blue and white triangle button on your lower left. When you press that, your main menu opens up, and you're going to see there's a tab on the bottom down toward the right that says settings. Looks like a cogwheel, right? And then there you'll see on the left-hand side, the third category down says input. If you press on input, you're going to see at the very top of the center panel is the word fly, and next to that's a white circle. If you press that white circle, you'll have your flight enabled, and you'll be ready to go. So all you have to do is press that close tab in the lower right, the X with the circle, and as soon as you can see again, just walk toward me and look up, and you'll go right up into the air. There you go. They steer with your head, which is kind of strange. It takes a little bit of time to get used to that, right? So if you fly outside, you can go up through those red rings to the tower there, and you'll learn a type of teleportation that feels like fast flight. We call it zip lining. And if you want to get there in style, you can take a hovercraft. The two with the blue lights lead to other worlds, so those are like basically just teleporters. But the one at the end of the runway has an open door, and if you go in there, you'll see on the console there's a launch button. If you point your pointer at it, your target will spin, and as soon as it starts spinning, you're ready. So you just squeeze that trigger button real quick, and one will attach to you, and you'll be able to fly them around. They're good fun to do. Yeah, good time right there. And if you have any questions, I'm in the office for the duration of the event, so just let me know if you have any. Yeah. Hey, Hummingbird, thanks for
Hey,
coming.
Michael, how are you?
Nice to see you. Pretty good.
You
I
too.
might have to meet. I might have to meet up with somebody afterward, but I'll have time for a quick
Okay.
hello over at the site. Okay. So
Okay, great.
yeah.
Fine.
Classified things happening here, YouTube. Classified. All right, cool. Let's see. Anybody have any questions at all?
I
Possibly. Can
do.
I hand up? What's up, Veronica? How
Um,
can I help you?
I I'm really good at flying this way. I'm
Yeah.
not good with the pins, and like I can grab a pin and fly and speed backwards like a champ, but I can't really get it to work
Okay.
going forwards very well.
All right. The pen is kind of takes a little bit of time to get used to. What you want to do is the first. Do you know how to make a pen?
Yes,
All right, cool. So
I'll
if you
do
make
that.
one pen, I can go over it with you real quick. So just you spawn one of those, by going to items and hit spawn next to it, and you'll have one appear in front of you. And then when it does, if you point at it and squeeze the grip button, it'll come to your hand. I find you can put it in either hand, and I find it helps to keep it in the left hand. This way you can turn with your right thumbstick. I just find there's a lot more control over it that way. And if you're really quick, sign
Okay.
a waiver right there. Just sign a waiver right there. Perfectly legal. And then what you want to do now, right, is whichever hand you have it in. It also people could steal your pen. You might want to give that back. Don't be that guy. Just give the pen back. There you go. Very
Thank
good.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
someone
There
did
you
that
go.
last night.
Yeah, that can happen. But what you want to
What
do
is the
is basically, if you while you're holding the button, right, the trigger
oh,
button, you're going to draw lines with the pen. And if you draw small lines, it's always going to go in the direction you want to go. The shorter the line, the slower you move. The longer the line, the faster you'll go, right? So if you draw like a long line straight up, you're going to bang your head into the ceiling, which is why you signed the waiver, right? And because that could go badly. But if you were going backwards, right, you'd want to move the pen out away from your body, and that would move you in a forward direction, like that. And just takes a little bit of time to get used to. Just squeeze your trigger button and draw the lines. You'll see like a pink line coming out, and you're going to notice that. And draw a small line so you can watch it happen, right? Do like short, and then you're going to start to feel
Okay.
control over it, right? And if you move it towards your body, you're going to find it moves you backwards. And if you move it away from your body, you're going to
Yeah.
notice it moves you forwards. But it's basically a
Ah,
feeling kind of thing. You will get used to it. It does take some time. Yeah.
okay. I just never. I can't usually go forward very well, but
All
very
right. Well, what you
fast.
do is
I'll try.
grab the pen, right, and pull it close to
Mhm.
your body, right? Pull it in a little bit, right, without pressing down on the trigger. So just hold down the grip button without the trigger and pull it close to your body. Right.
Okay.
All right. Now, what you want to do, right now that you've got it close, now press the trigger button to draw a line and extend your hand outward, and you're going to notice it brings you forward. All right, so try that. There you go.
Okay.
Look at that. That's forward
That's
motion.
better.
And after that, it's
It,
just a matter of getting used to it.
okay. Do you
You
know what the
know.
little blue thing is next to the X button?
Yes, I certainly do. Below the pen, you're going to notice there's two buttons. There's one that's the X that makes the pen go away. That's a good way to put it away, which is nice to do because if you have a lot of pens in an area, it can affect people's performance. But there's a little blue pin next to that. And what that pin does is when that's blue, the pen will follow you around as you move. So if you go like this, you'll see the pen moves with you, right? If you have it
Okay.
unpinned, that means you can leave the pen in places away from you. So if you were to stick it in this mug here as like a coffee stir and then walk away, the
Mm.
pen would remain in that cup. This way, so,
Okay.
the other way, if you were to turn, it would turn with you. So it's a way to pin it or unpin it to your avatar, and that's a good way to think of it.
All
Did
right.
anybody miss those flight instructions, or does anybody have any
Thank
questions? You
you.
said something, Dusty. What's up?
So I got in the spacecraft, and how do I
Yes.
make it go faster? Like I'm just
All right.
going
Well, first of
slow.
all, we haven't tested it in space. We've tested it in the air. We've tested it underwater. We have not yet tested it in space. I'm assuming it's going to work, but it may or may not be airtight, and your experience may vary. As for speed, it's really linked to your avatar. If you're on a one-handed device, you're basically going to be stuck on a casual speed. It's basically just your flight. If you're using a flight pen, you can make it go faster. At high speeds, you're going to notice that the ship actually shakes. It sort of feels like turbulence. It's because the refresh rate kind of gets impacted. But it does feel like
So
turbulence. It's pretty.
so
So
I have to have a faster PC.
no, not so much a faster PC. You have a two-handed device, I'm assuming?
Yeah,
If you have a PC,
yeah.
yes. All right. So on a two-handed device, you can spawn
Like
a flight
less.
tool, and this will make you go faster. Have you ever used a flight tool before?
No.
All right, well, let's run you through how to do that. To create a flight tool, what you want to do is press that blue and white triangle button. And you press on that, you're going to see all these tabs on the bottom. One of them says settings on the lower right. If you press
Hmm.
on settings, you're going to want to keep the pens to a limit of 2 rod, if you don't mind. What you're going to want to do
Depend.
is you press on settings, and now on the left-hand side, you're going to see where it says items about halfway down. You see where it says items? You see the
Hmm.
word flight tool there, and next to the word flight tool will be the word spawn. And if you press
Is it
spawn,
depend?
one will appear. Now, if you point at that and squeeze your grip button, it's going to come, to your hand until the force is strong on you. So point at that. There you go. Whoa, hang on, wait,
Whoa.
don't move. Sign the waiver. That's very important. All right, cool. All right, that's legally binding, just to say. All right, what you want to do now is you're going to notice you can hold this in either hand, right? If you're holding it in your left hand, then you can make these circles. You can turn around like that, right? And it gives you a little bit more control. What you do is if you squeeze your trigger
Whoa.
button, yeah, it is pretty cool. You can, when you squeeze that trigger button, right, you're going to move in the direction of the line. So short lines are going to take you slowly in that direction, but long lines are going to take you quickly. So if you drew a line straight up right now, you'd smack your head into the ceiling, and that's why you sign the waiver. Very important. All right. So yeah, just if you go around with that until you get used to it, and if you take one of the Talon ships out while holding that pen, right, you can make the ship go really so fast that it'll shake. It hasn't been tested at high speed, so you might want to exercise caution. You don't want to end up like a fireball on the runway like happened last week. That's bad time. We don't want to see that on YouTube. Just very tragic. But yeah, that's basically how that works. And you do want to keep a number of because you could spawn more than one. If you do two, you can go really fast. But you'll see how people
How
leave
do I?
these pens laying around. It'll impact people's performance. Yeah, go ahead and grab that one. All right. And now if
Holy
you use two hands, you go
Oh,
really quick. All right. So draw out 2
how do I?
lines out with the trigger right out through the door and head up to those mountains like as fast as you can. There he goes. Look at that. His life's been changed forever. Sup, Fiora? How's it going? Thanks for coming, T. Fist bump, boom. All right, cool. All right, let's see. Anybody have any questions? Any questions at all? Questions about your device? Questions about Altspace? About flying? About why this avatar suddenly? Like, I don't know, the neck
Yeah,
snapped or
he's
what's happening
sleeping.
here. This past down. Was my performance really that dry? I got to work on my material. Yeah, look at that. Poor guy. Just collapsed right there in a heap. That's messed up. Nice hat though, huh? Kind of matches my shirt a little bit. A pretty good match. All right, let's see. Anybody have any questions? Questions about your device, or about Altspace, or flying, or maybe questions about the universe. Maybe questions about atoms and quantum stuff. No questions. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. YouTube, they don't have any questions. I've managed to reach them all. My work is done. All right, let's see here. Anybody have any questions at all? Questions about your device? Anything? No? Okay. All right. Well, in that case, we can just stand around here and stare at each other, and wonder what happened to this Holden 365 guy. Yeah, very sad. Very, very sad times. Really like the color on his hat, though. Gotta say, it's a nice match. There's no questions. Has anybody missed those flying instructions? Would you like me to go over them again? No, you did miss them. Okay, cool. What you want to do is you want to press that blue and white triangle button in your lower left. When you press on that, you're going to see all these tabs appear on the very bottom. And one of those tabs says settings, and it looks like a cogwheel, and it's down towards the right. When you press on that settings cogwheel, you're going to see all these categories appear on the left-hand side. The third category down, it says input. Once you press input, you're going to see the top center panel has the word fly. There'll be a white circle next to it that'll change your life forever. When you press on that, it's going to toggle to blue, and it'll be ready to go. So there you go. You got the hang of it right away. Look at that. Look at that, Colton. All right, cool. Now you steer with your head, which is kind of weird, but if you fly outside, you can go up through the red rings there, and you'll reach the tower where you'll learn a type of teleportation that feels like fast flight. Or if you want to get there in style, you can take a Ravenhall Talon hovercraft. The two with the blue lights are teleporters that lead to other worlds and experiences. But the one with the open door at the end of the runway, we see those avatars gathered. There's a red button on the console that says launch. If you aim your pointer at the launch button, it'll start to spin. You squeeze your trigger button, it'll attach to you, and you fly around. So enjoy that. There we go. Look at him flying. His life's changed. It'll never be the same again. All right, cool. Where'd Hummingbird go? She just left. Okay, that's fine. I get it. I see how it is now. All right. Anybody have any questions at all? TJ, have any questions? Knox 2020. All right, cool. Jamie, you have any questions at all? Hey, Humber, welcome back. No questions? All right, cool. Works for me. Awesome. Yeah. All right. So we got about 15 minutes left. Anybody have any questions at all? Hey, Joy, how's that going? Hi. Have you learned how to fly in Altspace yet? And if not, would you like to?
Flying as like how
Like
like
this.
a fly tool and stuff, or
You
yeah,
can
I
use the
already
flight
know how to
tool,
do
or
that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, in the event that you already know how
I know
to
how to
fly,
do it.
if you have flight enabled, you know what you can do? If you look behind, you're going to see these 3 ships, right? And you can fly these. The 2 that, oh, you like that? Cool. All right. Yeah, right down. What you got, the ones that the blue lights coming out are portals that lead to other worlds.
I
The
thought I
one at
could
the end
fly
of the
a
runway,
ship.
the stone wall there, right? It has an open door. And if you go in there, you're going to see a launch button on the console. Now, if the sign above it says available, because there's a limit of 3 in the air at one time, what you do is you
Yeah.
point at the launch button with your pointer, and it'll start to spin. And if you squeeze and release, one will attach to you, and you can fly them around. They have spinning turbines and engine noise. They're a lot of fun. So give that a try if you're interested. And yeah, we'll be around here to answer any questions if anybody has any.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. There we go. Awesome. All kinds of good. Changing lives. Excellent.
Nope.
All right. Jamie, you have any questions? No? All right, cool. Just hanging out. That's fine. Yeah. Good thing. Humbert, you're standing in the desk. It's got to be uncomfortable.
What
Is that
am I
uncomfortable?
doing?
Standing
Oh, I
inside the
didn't,
desk. That
I
looks
didn't
uncomfortable.
realize it.
Yeah. Is it painful?
No.
You know what happens
actually,
is that we create the space every time before the event starts. Sometimes the cement doesn't always fully dry, and people fall on things. It can happen. Yeah. So we got these coffee cups, and
Hey,
yeah.
Jamie.
Let's see who we got coming. Somebody discovered the
Jamie.
force field. That's always good.
Jamie.
All right. Anybody have any questions at all?
I'm flying.
You know what speak?
it's Jamie
Right,
standing
no
in the
question yet.
desk too.
Let's see. Got the Grim Reaper. Uh-oh. Listen, I need more time. I'm not done. I've only reached about 6,000 people. I need more. All right, cool. Look at that. Grim Reaper coming into the office like that. It's messed up. That's not a good sign, people. Yeah. I mean, I've bombed on stage before, but the Grim Reaper never showed up. It's You know,
hear
tell
you.
me like I'm not doing it right. What's going on, Talking Monkey? Wow, the voice
Listen.
is really working out. What's up?
Can you
What's
put
up,
guns
Can
in the
hear
ship?
you.
You know, actually, there was some talk about them shooting teleporters and shooting different things, but it was deemed too violent. Altspace is a peaceful place. Originally,
Yeah.
when we first had them, people could come inside the office, and when people were learning how to fly, these ships would come in at like random. It was complete chaos. And what we're going to do is we're going to put one of the satellite dishes that's on the roof. We're going to have a laser come out and shoot them down. But again, it was deemed too violent. My moderator said you'll never get away with that. So what we did was we made a force field around the office, and that's where that went. But yeah, so unfortunately, we can't yet weaponize them. Although there may or may not be a top secret project involving a death ray that I can't talk about, because such a thing would never exist. Never. That's not
Oh,
happening.
on the li-
You didn't hear that from me, by the way. I never said anything
Didn't.
about that. And never happened. Doesn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about. What
Mm-mm.
death ray? That's nonsense.
Nonsense.
Okay. Yeah,
Do I
nonsense.
need?
I've never heard of such a thing.
Hi there.
I need
Yeah.
White Claws.
Well, what's this place?
White claws. All right. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, cool. You can
Always
fly
the
in
plus
there.
Yo,
I
I
watch
know
out
you.
for.
We met the other day.
Wow, they
you
even
know?
look
Yeah,
alike.
yeah.
Look at that. Gamers like, oh, I know you. I know you. I know you two, Dusty. Look at this. This is an Altspace
did?
reunion. Very moving. It's very touching. You see that YouTube people make connections in Altspace, and that's kind of how it works out. Oh, I know you. I know you too. There we go. There we are. Anybody? Okay. Wow, a lot of ships flying today. That's cool. All right. Anybody have any questions at all?
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, there
Yes,
are.
I have a
There's a lot of
question.
people out. What's your question?
I just joined. How do you fly? I'm trying to figure that out.
What you want to do is you want to press that blue and white triangle button on your left, on your lower left there. See that?
My gosh.
And that's going to open up
Oh.
your main menu when you press it. You're going to notice all these tabs on the bottom, and one of those tabs, it says settings, and it looks like a cogwheel. If you press on that settings cogwheel, you're going to see all these categories on the left-hand side. The third category
yeah.
down says input. When you press on
Uh-huh.
input, the top center panel changed and has the word fly. And next to the word fly is a white circle that's going to change your life forever. What you can do is you can press on that white circle, and it'll toggle to blue, and you'll be ready to go. All you have to do now is just press that close tab in the lower right. That's the X with the circle around it, and you'll be able to see again. Now, if you just move forward and look up, you're going to go right up into the air. Now, if you're on a two-handed control, you can squeeze your left trigger, and this will enable you to go faster. Right now, it's a weird sensation because you steer with your head. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it. So what you can do is fly out this door. If you're feeling different, you can go through the window. It's kind of totally up to you, right? And you can go up through these red rings, and there you'll reach the tower where you'll learn about a type of teleportation that feels like fast flight. You'll what we call it zip lining. You'll zip line down in that yellow X, and you'll feel all inspired as your life is never going to be the same again because you've mastered movement and all sorts.
Wow.
And if you want to get there in style, you can take a Ravenhall Talon hovercraft, one of the ships outside. The two that are floating in the air there with the blue lights, those are teleporters that actually take you out into space to other worlds and experiences. But the one at the end of the runway with by the stone wall has an open door. And if you go in through that open door, you're going to see a launch button. And if you point your pointer at it, your pointer will spin. And if you squeeze and release your trigger quickly, one will attach to it as spitting turbines and engine noise. They're a lot of fun to fly around. And give that a try.
Wow. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, wow, it's the right word, man. And talent ships are awesome. They're inspirational. Yeah. They get
You're
me
very
through
good
the
at
day.
explaining things. Thank you.
Well, thank you. We try. Yeah. You heard that, everybody? I'm very good at explaining things. Yeah, that's good. I feel inspired. Anybody else have any questions? No questions? All right. I got to have some questions. Nothing? All right. Anything you ever wanted to know about Altspace? I can tell you. No? All right, cool.
My
Yeah, I see how it is.
microphone was turned off. It says
Okay.
flight cannot be turned off right now, but I don't see a white dial under the input thing.
Sometimes you're going to see some weird stuff like that, and that's Altspace being Altspace when you see stuff like that. What you want to
Okay, should I
do is
reset or something?
try to re-enter the space by going to your main menu and going to general,
Uh-huh.
and you're going to see an option to re-enter the space. That's going to clear up most things like that. If
Okay.
it does not, the best thing to do is restart the app.
Okay. got
You
it.
absolutely can normally fly in here. You can turn off the flight. You can
Okay.
do all the things with the flight. The
Cool,
thing's
cool,
many.
cool.
Yeah, very cool. Well, I've got 3 cools out of that one. All right, that's excellent. I would have stopped at 2 cools. 2 cools would have been fine, but 3, well, that just knows I'm killing it, right? There we go. All right, let's see. Anybody have any questions at all? Questions about your device, about Altspace, maybe about life? Maybe you're
Yeah.
facing a challenge for real. What's up, Hummingbird? Keep in mind we're
I
on
know.
YouTube.
I keep getting things in
Keep-
front of my face.
You keep what? No, I didn't catch that.
Actually, what I'm looking at is like a long black bar with a
Okay.
picture of home on the end, an X next to it on the, like it's part of a menu of some sort.
Okay. It's a long black bar. Does it say anything on it?
Nothing, no.
It's weird. You might want to restart the device. That sounds kind of strange. It looks like part of your menu may have stayed behind.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me. I'll be back.
Okay, cool.
Should I re-enter or restart?
You should try re-entering first, and if that doesn't clear it up, then restart the app and see if that works.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Aubrey, how's it going? Cool. Cool username. Cheshire Cat's hat. It's neat. Good deal. All right. Does anybody have you learned to fly in Altspace by any chance, Aubrey? No. Okay. Cool. All right. Does anybody have any questions at all? How to fly in Altspace? Questions about zip lining? Questions about how to fly to Talons? No questions at all? Quiet group today. Yeah. Usually there's like a ton of questions like, how do I do this in my space? I need to know. But no, everybody's just content to stand there and stare. And
Oh,
it
my
totally
name's
doesn't make
Adam.
me feel like it's a zombie apocalypse. Not at all. What'd you say, Grim? Well, I thought it was Grim. Now Grim's frozen. No, now Grim's not frozen. He just moved his head. You got a question, Grim? No? Okay. All right. This is getting uncomfortable. Everybody's just staring. Kind of weird. Yeah. Just staring at
gone.
me. No pressure. Oh, cool. I'm glad it worked out. That's awesome.
I'm actually just looking at the board at the back here. I'm looking at all this writing. So I'm not just
You looking at
staring
what?
at you. I'm looking at the white board at the back. I'm looking at this board.
Okay. The whiteboard.
I'm just reading
Gotcha.
all the board, that's all. So I'm not actually staring.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. That's good to
Oh.
know. That's just a bit I do, actually. I'll ask people if they have
I
questions.
just
and nobody will
muted
say
me
anything.
then so I could read it, that's all.
Well, if you like, I can walk you through it so you don't have to read it. If you press that blue triangle button, right, you're going to notice that your main menu opens up in front of you. You're going to see all these tabs on the bottom.
Yeah,
One
I
of those
already
tabs,
know how to fly, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just looking at the red writing as well. Like
the red writing. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We got the names
well,
and all
if you
that.
call it the red or the orange or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's more of an orange, really. But yeah, you can call it red. It's in that range. You also got red writing over there, so good in that too. It's totally a possibility. Let's see here. Okay, cool. All right. So let's see. We're very nearly out of time, but if anybody has
I'm
any
back.
questions, let me know. What was that, Jay?
I said I am back.
You're back. Excellent.
that was
All
actually
right,
kind of
everybody,
funny.
Where
don't
did you
panic.
go?
Jay has returned. We were getting kind of
I
concerned.
went
He was like,
flying.
Jay's been out there for a
Oh.
while. He's been out there
Yeah.
for a while. We were going to send out a
I've-
search
I've-
party.
I've even mastered the
Send
art
out
of the zip line.
Send out the Space
Mastered
Force.
the art of the zip line. Have you
Yep.
tried zip lining across a great distance, like from here to the top of the hill? That's a cool feeling.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Try that out.
You fly me to the
Yeah.
moon.
Wow, somebody's singing Sinatra through the wall.
Play among the
Wait a minute. Hang
stars.
on. This is going out on YouTube. Got to think about copyright infringements.
I'm
I like
sorry, I'm
Sinatra
sorry,
as
I'm
much as the
sorry.
next guy. I gotta say, we gotta
I'm
watch
so
out for
sorry,
that.
man.
All right, YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube.
That
That
is a
totally
weird
just
feeling.
didn't happen. All right, there was no copyright violation. And as like
Weird feeling going
I
all
just
the way up.
Sinatra wasn't being sung right. There was no violation at all. It never happened.
Take me home.
Wow, just totally tanking the footage. That's cool. That's fine. It's not like we worked hard. on this.
Don't worry.
No,
That's what
it's
I'm
cool.
here for.
No, that's
I-
fine. It's fine. No, we'll
I,
try to edit it
I
out.
destroy other
What's
people's
another
success.
hour, man? What's another hour messing with the footage? As long as you had a good time, that's all that matters. Right, Justin?
I have.
Whoa!
Hey,
Okay, yeah, the
all you
editing
have to
sucks.
do,
We can
all
talk
you
it
have
all
to do
today.
is just beep out all the song.
Yeah, that
Just
doesn't
beep it
take
out.
any time whatsoever. Yeah, it's totally
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely it
That's
doesn't take any
copyrighted
time.
music.
All you have
Oh,
to do is
no,
just
it's
good
gonna be
old fashioned
easier.
editing.
I didn't want to stop for dinner or anything. That's completely cool. No,
I just want to become a commander.
Okay, well,
well, that's basically the people that made the space. That Michael Forrest guy. I
Wait,
heard he
is
struck.
that?
No, that's Fury. That's someone to help me work on
Oh,
space. Yeah.
oh,
No.
so I can be a. Why do I need
No.
a ship when I
Listen,
can just fly?
I'm
listening.
listening.
Well, it's just fun to
Follow
do,
me.
I guess. But if you
I
don't
know,
want to use
but
one, you don't have to. It is
If
optional.
my
you
God,
want to
my
be
sister's
Superman,
telling me
you
she's
can.
coming.
Wait, are you
Yeah, I
famous,
get-
Michael
oh.
Kors?
Wait, what was that?
Are you?
Are you famous?
I'm not
Famous
famous.
person?
I wouldn't say I'm famous. I've been called.
How many
Altspace
subs
famous.
do you have?
I've heard that.
Wait.
How many subs do I have
So-
right now on YouTube? We're about I think up to 107 to start out with. We
Uh,
almost started.
I
a
have
few
good.
weeks ago.
8.
You have what?
Follow Dusty Attic
I
on
have
hear
8,
you.
and I started like 5 years ago.
And you have how many?
8.
Oh wow.
Okay, I lied. It was 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Okay. Well, what's your content?
Basically, anything. I don't even know. I think it's gaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
did Let's Plays.
Gaming channels.
Wait, you
are
don't know what
pretty-
kind of content you have?
I'm sorry, I don't do many content things.
Okay. Okay. Well, that
I
might be
just I
why.
haven't
I
looked
want-
at my
wanna-
YouTube channel a little bit.
Okay. Cool.
The host has
Whatever.
canceled on you and made you louder.
You ugly as fuck.
Okay. Not really quite sure. That can be a microphone icon, possibly. Not really quite sure what that's about. All right, everybody. We are about out of time, so I'm going to be taking off now. I want to thank you all for coming today, and feel free to stick around and enjoy the space. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks for coming.
Oh yeah,
Thanks, New York.
conjure
See you, man.
all, don't
Thank
take
you
me
all next time. Take
home
care.
to
I'm
the
ready to
place
Okay.
I
Okay.
belong,
That
West
is pretty cool.
Virginia.